It's a video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
Welcome to the GamerCast Network Video Game Show, episode number 113 for Sunday, October 26, 2008. I'm Chad, and this week for the roll call, say there's a big Halloween party coming up. They want you to dress up as a video game character. What character would you dress up as? Now, you can't dress up as someone, say, like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. An original video game character. Joining me this evening is Ivan.
I would go as a knight.
Would you like to be a little more specific? Or are you just like random third knight in a game that was just in a cutscene?
That would cover a lot, so yeah, just that. No, it would take some work, but I would go as the knight from Ghosts and Goblins, and anytime somebody bumped me at the party, my armor would fall off, and I would be standing there with my heart boxer shorts on.
And joining us with a very crappy microphone is Tom.
I'd go as an SS officer.
Wait. What'd you say there, Tom?
An SS officer.
Oh yeah, that
Would end well.
that would get your ass kicked at all.
No. And also joining us is Keith.
Kirby.
Sweet. Just inhale a lot.
Exactly.
Just kind of stand there and go. Ow.
Next on the list is Phil.
Maybe like an orc from Warcraft or something like that.
You go dressed as an orc, Ivan goes as a knight, and he can slay you.
That sounds like fun.
It all works. And finally joining us is Bob.
I would go as Dig Dug and spend the entire evening trying to inflate. God, that'd be funny as hell to just like walk around trying to inflate people.
Okay, my answer. I haven't thought up an answer.
Not easy, is it?
Can I pick my own character from a game?
No.
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 Why no?
These are your rules.
Because then I would have dressed up as the schoolgirl from City of Villains.
He goes that blood-soaked zombie-killing cowboy girl from whatever.
Oh, yeah, the one Shinbara.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't go dressed as that. That would not look... No, that would not look good.
I'd look like a sexy motherfucker though. In that little cowboy hat. Mm-hmm.
That'd be hot.
I'd be like generic thug Double Dragon. Because there's only like 5 guys, but you fight them in different combinations for the entire game.
That would actually be a good idea if you went as like generic mob number 3, but like somehow had a way to change your color as the evening went on. Like, now I'm purple, now I'm green.
Okay, I got it. I want to go as the guy from Crysis wearing that suit that can turn invisible.
So you're just not going to show up to the party?
Exactly, there you go.
And I'll go as the random North Korean guy who says, "What's that? Did you hear?"
Alarm!
This week on the GamerCast Network. Tune in to Gamertag Radio to find out the latest information on all things Xbox. Be sure to check your facts with the post-game report. Tune in to Uncle Gamer for their own special brand of humor. Discover the podcast community that brings you all these great podcasts and more. GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
A little shorter show this week, but before this show on the feed, I'm putting up a couple videos from PAX. So you'll see videos of people playing Rock Band, Guitar Hero, people singing very well, thanks to Ivan's Mary. She sings very well.
Ivan's Mary.
Well,
You own her.
intermixed throughout the videos are various pictures from PAX. You can see the fruit and those kind of things. It's all good. So enjoy that. Next week's show, we should have a lot with Fallout, correct? People are going to play Fallout this week.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
Tuesday's my birthday. I took Tuesday off long time ago, so it actually works out that Fallout comes out because I'm going to sit on my couch and play Fallout all day long.
Next topic.
I played a game from Reflexive called Larva Mortis, which is an Old West zombie killer game. It was like Crimson Land. It did what it needed to do. I finished my hour and was like, that was fun. And then I was like, this isn't worth $20, and that was it.
But Bob, I guess you play the most Reflexive games here.
Probably.
Are those games at all worth it past the first hour, the free trial?
Depends what game
Some of them
it
are.
is.
Crimson Land was, I think I still have that installed.
There was a sequel to Crimson Land too. Well, not really a sequel. It was like the next game of that type the guy made, except it was like you were a wizard and you like leveled up and had spell trees. That was really cool.
Devastation Zone Troopers is another one that I got based on Bob's recommendation. I think that's the one where you...
Oh, that was a fun one. Yeah, is that sort of third-person shooter where you run around in the desert and stuff? Yeah, I liked that game. That was a fun game.
But for the most part, are those games very superficial, like not very deep?
They're a step up from PopCap games. PopCap games are mostly like puzzle, very casual. These are like a step up from that.
You usually have a save, and you'll have like a guy, and you'll have stats and stuff like that. So they're usually good for a while.
Didn't Amazon or somebody just buy Reflexive?
Yeah, Amazon bought them to use as a digital distribution service.
Great, so everything's going to be $25 rather than $20.
Which means Amazon wanted to start a software distribution channel, and instead of having to develop their own games, they bought a company that already had a library, which is, the American way. Don't do yourself what you can buy.
Maybe Amazon will bring the prices down because they're so much larger. That'd be cool. If these games are like $15, I'd probably own a lot more. I don't know, it's just that $20 price tag on a lot of them is just a bit much.
Next topic.
We all know coming out is Call of Duty World at War, the next Call of Duty game. And this is the World War II game. Well, I guess there's a new multiplayer mode they're putting in. They're taking a page from Left 4 Dead. They're going to put in a game mode where you play co-op with 4 people, and coming at you are Nazi zombies.
Still feels like a half a game to me. They need to put it on Mars. Once they do, then it'll be the complete.
It seems awfully tacked on, isn't it? I mean, hyper-realism now, co-op zombie shooter mode.
Yeah, but you know how these kind of things work. You're in a studio and you're throwing around ideas and you're at a lunch and a couple of designers and producers are like, man, it would be awesome with zombies. And then like in Nazi uniforms, and they're like, oh yeah, we have to do this.
Probably happening is that happened, and then the guy who's in charge of development was just like, oh, that'd be easy, dude. I mean, everything's there. All we need is a couple of models. A week's worth of work to add this other mode to the game.
They may have heard about Left 4 Dead and said, wow, zombies are freaking cool. How can we put zombies in our game? They're not necessarily ripping it off, but, who doesn't love zombies?
I mean, this isn't exactly an original franchise to begin with, so, why even, strive for originality? It's less of a news story and more just reinforcement of a stereotype in FPS gaming.
Next topic.
Speaking of zombies, officially on January 31st, 2009, Hellgate London is shutting down.
Oh,
wow.
No.
Well, I still be able to play single player.
You should be able to play single player, you just can't play online with friends anymore.
Really don't have like a TCP/IP mode or something?
No, they don't have a mode like that. The only way to play online right now is you have to go through their servers.
I don't know. I still think it's kind of a shame.
It is a pity, though.
The base gameplay of that game is just so much fun, and they got bogged down trying to address every single ranting retard on their forums. They tried to be everything to everyone. They should just stuck with what they tried to do in the first place and not done a bunch of PvP and all this other crap that everybody wanted. Should just stuck to the base gameplay, added more content, and just went with it. And, if you don't want to play that game, don't. But instead they tried to do all this garbage, and it failed, and it blew up in their face, and then everybody got sad and quit.
And clearly the fault there as based on when you started up the game and you had to click through no less than like 8 different publisher developer houses that were associated. I'm sure the reason they tried to be everything for everyone is because they're getting 15 different people all telling them you need to put this in, and if you don't, we're pulling our money out. I mean, it was a lofty goal to begin with, but having that many publishers, too many cooks in the kitchen, man.
Yeah, excellent analogy.
Next topic.
So the story here was there was a 43-year-old Japanese woman who I guess had some sort of married relationship with a 33-year-old Japanese guy in MapleStory.
How did she know he was really a guy in real life?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say. It might have been a coincidence that the avatar and its player were both male.
That's unusual.
Well, you're more than likely to find a guy regardless of avatar type, so I think the odds were on her side.
Yeah.
There was some quarrel between the two in MapleStory, and I guess the dude divorced himself from her, and she got upset. She also had his login information, so she logged in under him and killed his avatar.
Oh, that's stupid, man. Get the keys to your house before that. Sneak them,
She killed the avatar, and now they want to charge her with illegal access and manipulation of data, and she's facing up to 5 years in jail and $5,000 in fines.
If you're the dumb who's giving out your account information to some person you met online, you deserve to get your character deleted.
Yeah, you kind of do. And
every time you log on to any online service, what does it always say? Never give your username and password out. Employees will never ask you for it. blah, blah, blah.
The story doesn't say anything like she got his username and password and got his credit card number and did something with it. She logged into the game, killed the guy in the game, and then assuming that's all she did, which this seems like a pretty harsh penalty for doing something like that.
Yeah,
It's
there's no
not
such
like-
thing as trust and chivalry online. As soon as you enter the online world, everything is it's all about backstabbing. I mean, that and there's nothing wrong with that, but you just need to go into this thing with your eyes open.
Next topic.
Last couple stories I had, and Tom, you need a new mic next week, by the way.
Sorry, yeah, I'll get the Logitech one.
Yeah, that's right, you will.
Okay, so we all here like Guitar Hero. Logitech is now providing you with a new guitar for Guitar Hero. This one is called the Premier Edition guitar. It's got a wooden neck, rosewood fingerboard, metal frets, metal tuning pegs, although...
Why do you?
I need to tune my Guitar Hero guitar. What is it, like an RGB adjust?
That would be awesome.
I guess the big bonus here was quieter buttons and a touch-sensitive neck slider. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the Guitar Hero guitar's got the little touchpad thing for wiggly notes.
And this guitar is all yours for the small, low price of $250.
I'm not surprised.
Don't the Ion drums work with Guitar Hero?
Yeah, I think so.
They kind of seem like they're competing with Ion drums.
Dude, rhythm
Wow.
games have so jumped the shark. It's done.
They've peaked. Now we're going to start seeing the decline when we start seeing Guitar Hero ABBA edition.
Dancing Queen! Only 17!
Fernando! Oh god, it
That's
does
all I
have
got.
tuning knobs. Seriously, why?
My green sounding a little blue. I gotta tune it. Hold on.
Oh my god, because, oh jeez, for $250 you can buy yourself a real Stratocaster.
Yeah.
I don't like it when you go to a forum or something like that and people are talking about Rock Band and Guitar Hero and how cool it is. There's always some post by some jackhole that says, why don't you fat bastards just get off the couch and play real guitar, eh? There's a reason why people play games like this, because they can't play real guitar. But this is a real guitar, for God's sake. Look at the thing.
But this is, I mean, the Ion drums, you can actually use as a real drum kit. You have to buy one of the part. But you can use those. This, you can't use this. And there's no way to turn this into a real guitar. It doesn't have strings.
Where the hell are the buttons? I don't see any, like,
There's a
control buttons
Oh.
for, start.
Those are missing, aren't they? Well, if they put those on there, it wouldn't look like a real guitar then, now would it?
God forbid you don't have to pause the game at all. You'd be like, dude, someone pause the game for me. My hand's cramping and I can't pause myself.
You can't pause during a show.
During the show.
It's the price of rock.
You can't just stop mid-song. What about the fans, man?
Next topic.
Mailbag.
Bag o' mail.
Beep, beep. Mailbag. Mailbag!
Okay, we got a couple pieces of mail. We have one piece of general praise. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
I always like
No.
praise.
Because every time there is praise, we're just like, oh, that dude's retarded.
This is from Rob. Hey guys, just wanted to say thanks for all the hard work you all put into the show every week. I'm a medic in the Army about to make the long flight over the Atlantic to Iraq in a few days, and I gotta say your podcast has supplied me and my buddies with a lot of much needed laughter you don't really get around the barracks these days. It's awesome to have a link to the civilian lives and activities we left behind months ago when we get called out of our inactive status to serve again. We appreciate it and hope you keep up the great work later, guys.
Wow.
I can't be a jackass after hearing that. I feel
Yeah,
very
that's-
small. Thank you.
Hate to read mail, we can't make fun of Chad.
Wow.
Let's go with some mail you probably can make fun of. This is from Ruler of Eden on the forums. Okay, he's got a whole little intro here, so I'm going to try and paraphrase this. I guess last week on the Dr. Phil show they have on that NBC TV there.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Well, so on that show, they had a story about video game addiction and bad things that can happen from it. During the show, one of the guys they talked about was a kid who played EverQuest long ago. He played this in like 2002. And I guess he got very much into it. He played the game so much that he stopped dating his girlfriend, quit his job, barely slept, locked himself in his room, stopped getting haircuts, ate only when necessary, lost emotions, and the ability to express any words to anyone. And I guess one day, when his mother went down there to bring him some food, she found that she couldn't get in the door, and when she broke into the door, he was dead. He had killed himself.
Well, I think the story worked out as it should have.
Because
I mean,
his online wife deleted his avatar. And we come full circle.
So that was the story right there about the EverQuest. But I guess there are other stories. I didn't see this Dr. Phil show because I don't really care.
Hold on.
What?
Here's what I don't like. While you were paraphrasing, I was kind of reading along.
Okay, what did I miss?
Well, you didn't miss it, but it says all this stuff, but then it's this word blatantly said, and I don't know if this is Ruler of Eden's words or Dr. Phil's words, but it says he had committed suicide because of EverQuest.
Yeah, I actually read the original story. I don't know if Ruler of Eden mistook, again, I didn't see the episode, but someone said this happened in 2006. This wasn't 2006, this was 2002, because I looked at the original story, because I remember this story from years ago. And at the time, the mother blamed EverQuest for the cause of this kid killing himself.
Somebody told me that they had seen Dr. Phil talk about something, and I started going on my rampage about how it's not video games. It was one of those stories about how a couple were playing some MMO or something and stopped taking care of their kids, and so they got arrested. And so I started saying, these idiots, it has nothing to do with video games. If video games weren't around, they'd find something else to not take care of their kids because of. They said that, essentially that's what Dr. Phil said, that he wasn't necessarily defending video games, but he had mentioned that these kinds of things manifest in people, and if it's not video games, it's going to wind up being something else.
Okay, I think you answered the kid's question here, because Ruler of Eden's question was, I would like to hear your opinions on this story, and particularly because it shakes me straight down to my core. It makes me afraid of EverQuest. Actually, when this thing came out, EverQuest was the game. That was the MMO back in 2002. There was no Warcraft. Had this happened today and this person needed a game to feed his problem, it probably would have been Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Video Game Show episode number 113 for Sunday, October 26, 2008. Any ham sandwiches or Shattered Dream Pies to give to the world, gentle man?
Shattered Dream Pie to Hellgate London.
They get a whole pie, not even just a slice.
This is the 1-year anniversary coming up. I mean, hey, at least it made it that long.
Speaking of Hellgate London, did you hear that they're supposed to be going offline January 31st?
Ugh.
Hey, Rocco, were you not paying attention?
I was.
Were you playing World of Warcraft while
No.
you were talking about
I was trying to be
Hellgate
funny.
London?
Oh, I was playing
No.
World of Warcraft Jeweled.
Shattered Dream Pie to Cypher because his team lost against the Browns.
yeah, and I want to give a Shattered Dream Pie to Comcast Data Service. Why do cable providers suck so badly?
Because they can.
Do you have any competition there? Is Comcast the only one?
In my old apartment unit, we also had Verizon, was that Fios?
Whatever, yeah.
But in this new location, it's just Comcast.
Well, hey, they're the only horse in town.
It's awful. I was on Xbox last night, and I just drop up alive.
Aren't you in Seattle? Isn't it like a well-connected town?
I mean, can't you literally walk outside and just plug directly into Microsoft?
Can't you just run a LAN cable directly from the building?
Yeah, wait, Tom, you said you could see the campus.
Yeah, I'm right across the street from campus. You'd think,
Can't
yeah,
you just
that would,
tap into their wireless?
Just get an access point, put it in the middle of the street.
A reminder about our giveaway for a copy of the Blu-ray version of the animated movie Justice League New Frontier. To win, all you have to do is send into the mailbag a comic book-related question. The best question will win. And this week for the GamerCast Network Gaming Nights, they're playing Gears of War for the Xbox 360. For all the details, go to the GamerCast Network forums at gamercastnetwork.com/forums. And as always, send your questions, comments, queries, or roll call questions to the mailbag at mailbag@videogameshow.org, Skype us at videogameshow, or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long-distance call, and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night.
I made my Halloween costume this weekend. Spent way too much money on making my $6 million man costume.
So you bought yourself an orange jumpsuit?
Dude, okay, so here,
Oh,
okay, totally. Because that's the whole thing. It's not supposed to look like it. So I got like bell bottoms from the costume store, and I got like my
Nice.
dad's old 1972 leather jacket here, and then like big poofy 1970 hair wig and some aviators. So I just look like some tool from like 1970 or something.
Nice.
But that's like 50% of the costume. The other 50% of the costume is the desktop stereo speakers that I hooked up to my MP3 player and modded so they use a battery pack and have underneath the thing. So I have sound effects and theme music. So I can make the little bionic noises and have two different kinds of theme music. I have like the action theme music from the beginning, and then like the little walking around in OSI headquarters theme music where it's like do 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 do, and I'm just gonna like play that everywhere I go. Just let it run in the background because that'll be funny.
Where are you gonna go with this? Is it like a Halloween party there at the?
Well, everybody dresses up at work, and there's going to be a Halloween party. They rented out like a ship, like in the bay, and it's supposed to be like a haunted like vessel from 18 something, and there's like supposed to be like games and entertainment and stuff on there.
Fun games like toss the guy overboard.
There's that.
Fun games like let's see if the Bionic Man can jump from the ship to the harbor. Oh no, he can't. Oh look, he's drowning.
Well, that's what's even better.
Somebody
I'm
give
gonna
me
make
a
the
beer.
noise and then automatically move in slow motion. Like I'll get him, and just start running in slow motion.